Hello students, today we will discuss few questions of chapter 2 only. First question is like this. Suppose you have been given that a neutral gas, if it is combining with a gas which is greenish yellow in color, a neutral gas, it is combining with a gas which is greenish yellowish green in color, what will be the product form? Write the whole equation, then you will write it like this. Okay, suppose two compounds are formed and upon combination they will form a weak acid. It means one compound is carbon dioxide, the another one is water. They will combine to form H2CO3, which is a weak acid, carbonic acid. So questions can be asked like this also. Two gases, one is basic and one is acidic. When these two gases will combine, they will form a solid. It means basic gas is ammonia. This is a gas. It will combine with acidic gas, which is HCl, and upon combination they will form a solid, which is ammonium chloride. Okay, see, direct combination reactions are these. So you can be asked questions like this also. Or suppose like two gases, they are combining to form a liquid compound. So two gases are there like hydrogen, it is combining with oxygen to form a liquid. Yes, so it is not like you will be directly asked ki hydrogen is combining with chlorine, write a reaction. No, this is a neutral gas, greenish yellowish green gas, or two compounds are combining, two elements are combining, like this you can be given questions. Now next question which we will see, like suppose you are asked to define a thermal dissociation reaction and write a suitable example. So if thermal dissociation reaction, it has been asked, so dissociation is what? When suppose any complex compound is there. Yes, suppose a complex compound is there and this complex compound, upon heating, it is splitting into two or more simpler substances. It is dissociating into two or more simpler substances. So such dissociation reactions are called thermal dissociation or thermal decomposition reactions, where a complex compound splits up into two or more simpler substances upon heating. Okay, similarly, if electrolytic decomposition is asked, a complex compound splits up into two or more simpler substances upon passage of electric current through it, electricity. This is electrolytic decomposition. Photolytic decomposition, photolytic means photons. If suppose we are having AgCl2, this AgCl2, when it will react or when it is kept open in sunlight, the chlorine gas from this, it will evolve out and Ag will remain in the dish. So this is thermal decomposition reaction in which a complex compound is splitting into two simpler substances. Okay, now if you are asked, write the external indicators or characteristic. So indicators, I told you yesterday also, indicators are like what? Evolution of a gas, change in color, formation of precipitate, evolution or absorption of heat. So these are the characteristic or indicators. Okay, like other examples are also here. Define a displacement reaction with a suitable example. If displacement reaction we have to write, then displacement reaction is what? Displacement reaction is a reaction in which more reactive element displaces the less reactive element from its salt solution. Suppose we are having zinc solid and we have put this zinc solid in aqueous. See, this is must to write aqueous. If you will put solid zinc in solid copper sulfate, nothing will happen, no reaction will take place. This should be aqueous, then only, see this you will study in higher classes, then only they will dissociate into their ions, and then this zinc being more reactive, it will displace this copper from its salt solution. Okay, that's why this should be aqueous. This you have to keep in mind. If suppose it is in question paper, it is solid, then you will directly write no reaction will take place. Then we will get zinc sulfate aqueous plus copper solid. If suppose a reverse reaction is there, like suppose Ag is there and zinc sulfate aqueous solution is there, then what will be the product form? No reaction will take place here. Why? Because Ag, it is less reactive than zinc and it cannot displace this zinc from its salt solution. Okay, this cannot displace this zinc from its salt solution. That's why no reaction will take place. So this is how you will be asked the reactions. And please see question number 8 very carefully from your book. It is given. Now we will study some precipitation reactions here. Yes, double decomposition, precipitation reactions. What are double decomposition reactions? Double decomposition reactions are those reactions in which exchange of radical take place. Okay, like suppose we are having calcium chloride. Yes, this should be aqueous, and if this aqueous calcium chloride, it is reacting with aqueous sodium carbonate. Aqueous sodium carbonate, it is reacting. Then exchange of radicals. See, these two are the radicals and these two are also the radical. Or every time, always positive radical is written first and then the negative radical. Okay, so here exchange of radicals will take place. So the first product which is formed is CaCO3 plus NaCl, and this CaCO3, it will form a chalky white PPT which will precipitate out, which is insoluble salt, and it will precipitate out. Okay, so like this you have to study. In page number 27, this whole table is given. Now we will see some colored precipitate formation. See, always keep in mind, like if Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3 are there, Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3, right? Fe SO4 and Fe2 SO4 whole thrice. This is FeSO4. Here Fe having plus 2 oxidation state, sulfate minus 2 oxidation state. If you will do crisscross, then it will be Fe2, it will be SO4 whole twice. These two will be cancelled and the final formula will be FeSO4. Here if you will see in this, Fe has plus 3 oxidation state, sulfate has minus 2 oxidation state. If you will do crisscross, Fe2 SO4 whole thrice will be the formula. So if Fe, it is in plus 2 oxidation state, if suppose FeSO4 is there, the color of the solution or the color which is formed, it will be dirty green. It will be dirty green. Okay, if ferric salts are there and they are precipitating out, like ferrous hydroxide, this is ferric hydroxide, then the color will be reddish brown. Reddish brown. This you have to keep in mind, the colors. Copper salts, they will always, you just write pale blue PPT. For copper you can directly write pale blue PPT. Okay, for zinc, if zinc salts are there, if zinc is any salt of zinc is precipitating out, zinc, they are gelatinous white. They are gelatinous white. And lead salts, if lead is precipitating out, lead hydroxide is, suppose lead hydroxide is there, then it is chalky white PPT will be formed. Okay, these are the only ions which are given in your book. Fe plus 2 dirty green, Fe plus 3 reddish brown. Copper hydroxide, suppose it is precipitating out, it will be pale blue in color, pale blue PPT. zinc ion, sorry, I have not written 2 here, Zn plus 2, it will be gelatinous white. And lead ions, they will form lead hydroxide. If it is formed, then it will form a chalky white PPT. Okay, another type of reactions are double decomposition, neutralization reactions. Okay, neutralization means any acid, suppose H2SO4 is there, it is combining with a base. Acid is combining with a base. See, H and OH will combine to form water, and this Na and SO4 will combine to form salt. And we know that formula is Na2SO4. NaSO4 is the wrong formula for sodium sulfate. The formula of sodium sulfate is Na2SO4. Along with the formation of this, we will get water. Okay, we will get water. 2 and 2. So this is how these bonds are formed, or this is how these reactions take place. Here an acid, it is combining with a base, and we are getting a salt, and along with the formation of water. One more type of reaction is there, that is by supplying energy. Suppose we are supplying heat energy, then on supplying heat energy, a reaction will take place that we have already done, like lead nitrate decomposition we have seen. But one reaction it is given in your book, that is Pb3O4. Pb3O4, when we will decompose Pb3O4, upon heating it will be decomposed, we will get lead oxide, PbO, along with the formation of oxygen. See, these reactions are also important. If suppose you are asked to write a reaction which takes place in presence of sunlight, then you can directly write this. Hydrogen and chlorine, they will combine to form HCl, but please keep in mind that here diffused sunlight will be used, because if the sunlight will be direct, then the reaction will be explosive. So always diffused sunlight is used. Yes, electricity, that we have already discussed. Decomposition of water. Pressure, if suppose pressure is there, then nitrogen, it will combine with hydrogen. This process is called Haber's process. Haber's process. Here we will take iron, which will act as a catalyst. Molybdenum, it will enhance the property of catalyst. Temperature will be around 450 to 500 degrees Celsius, and a high pressure of 200 atmospheres we will use. Then we will get ammonia. Okay, so this is how by supplying energies these reactions will take place. And one very interesting sort of reaction is there. It takes place when sound energy is there, by absorption of sound energy. Like if C2H2 is there, ethine, this is called ethine. C2H2 in presence of sound, when sound energy is passed through it, it absorbs that sound energy and it get changes to carbon along with the formation of hydrogen. So these are the types of reactions which occurs by supplying energy. So please go through such type of questions also. You will not get direct question, you can get indirect questions also. So many examples are given in your book. Please go through each and every reaction, and I'll take this test on Monday. Thank you.